Can you share a story of having to admit that you don't know or that you got it wrong?
Bias creeps into everyone's decision making for good and for bad. As a psychiatry medical student, there was a young woman. She had just had a baby, and I was introduced her. She was wearing a J. Crew cardigan. She's reading, Jane Austen. She basically is more put together than I am, and I did not understand why she was there. She was not acting irrationally. She was not speaking out of turn. She was there because her family was concerned that she had unusual behaviors. Things like she threw out her wedding dress. And so she had these kind of small incidents where together they formed a larger picture of something was probably wrong. But to me, all I saw was a really well-behaved woman who probably was taken away from her newborn and just wants to get back to her family. And I rotated off that service. And it wasn't until months later when I was grocery shopping, I saw her picture on a tabloid. And it was the story about how she had eloped from the hospital. She had a full-blown schizophrenic break. She was suffering from postpartum psychosis. So yeah, it was a very early lesson to understand that we don't know everything. I certainly didn't know anything. And I think as physicians, we have to understand that we do have bias and it does influence how we treat our patients.